Productions, you will see this video on Deputy Dog and a couple other sites we've got. I'm trying to push them out and see what people, I'm pushing out different versions of them, so seeing what people like and what they don't like, what kind of response we get, and we try to change it from there. When I say I try to change it from there. I am supported by 86gaming.com. Those guys are the ones that furnish our hardware and send us stuff to T&E and try out. They build systems. They do a review. They have their own YouTube channel, and they're doing really good. So we kind of started at the same time. I do more of a GTA 5 and other things. I'm an avid shooter, so I do little videos like that. But main thing is technology is my favorite. I love computers. I like games, but I love the computers and I love the thrill of building them and everything. So, but what we've done today, look guys, most of you are probably watching this are like, maybe some of you can't afford a $3,000 computer or $1,200 or $1,500, but maybe some of you watching this on your phone and you just want to build your first computer and you don't have much money. This is for you. You're not going to be able to play Call of Duty, or you might be able to play the original Call of Duty, but you're going to be struggling to play it. But you'll be able to surf the internet. You'll be able to play a lot of the online games, Facebook, YouTube. It's a start. This is your first build, so if it goes totally bad and crashes and burns, you still spent money. You probably didn't have much money to begin with, but it gives you an opportunity to build without spending lots and lots of money. And that's one of the things I want to stay focused at. We will do a review of a build soon. It'll be a whole lot more expensive, but right now we're just going to keep it. We try to keep it below 500. Our first one was a little different. So here's our parts list. We got our CPU. For you avid go-getter gamers out there, I know you guys are flipping upside down in your chair, but this is not for you. But this is an AMD 2650. It's an AP processor, dual core, which A processor, which means the graphics is built on board, which is a Radeon 8200 graphics. Guys, you're not going to play an up-to-date game today. If this is not for your mom, for you, for school, to do your term papers, to do your blogs, to surf the internet, and you want to buy a gaming machine, this is not the game. This is not a gaming machine. So, we put a CPU cooler in there just because we wanted you to see that you could have that option. Also, if you're going to put a cooler on there, you're going to need the thermal paste. So got that in there. The ASRock motherboard, only 4 gigabytes of memory. Again, this is not a gaming machine. 500 gigabytes internal hard drive, 7200 RPM. A smaller case, only $19, with a 400 watt power supply, a DVD player, or burner, writer, whatever you want to call it. We added Windows OEM 10 in it and a USB Wi-Fi adapter, 21-inch or 22-inch monitor, excuse me. It's a 1080p monitor, and keyboard and mouse for $431.82. That includes shipping and all that. So the list of the link to the to this right here will be on the description. So let's go look at and see what you get. All right, your AMD processor. It's just an AMD processor. It's a 2650 dual core APU, which means it's an AM1 socket. So the motherboard that goes with it has to be AM1. It comes with graphics Radeon HD 8240 graphics. It is 1.45 gigahertz. For you gamers out there, y'all be quiet. I know y'all are giving me hell right now. This would be the cooler if you decide to put a cooler. This is a retail version, so it should come with a cooler, but just in case some do, you never know what you're getting with advertisements. So, and everything that's going to be showed on here is in stock. Here's your cooler. Nothing crazy. It's just a plain Jane cooler. Those work for what you're doing with this machine. That'll work fine. See no complaints. Again, this is in stock, and this one right here is on Outlet PC. The thermal compound Here it is, Arctic Silver. You can't go wrong with it. One of the things, remember down here, it says, a guy asked, this is his first build, how should I use it? You should not use more than a pea-sized drop. It will spread out once the heatsink is mounted. So give you guys an idea what you would do on your CPU. Since I don't have a picture of the CPU, that's the best we got right there. Your CPU would be on the other side over here on your motherboard. You don't put the thermal paste here. You put it on the CPU. You put it in the center, and then you put a drop, like he said, a pea size. And when you lay that down and start mounting it, it will spread out. Okay, you don't want to put too much. Too much is more, can cause just as much harm as not putting enough. But don't freak out. It's a lot easier than it sounds, especially if this is your first build. There's a couple YouTube videos out there that show you how to do it. But right there, that's about the size you want, what you're going to use. Okay, there's more than enough in there. If you just think you didn't put enough or you're not sure, wipe it off and try it again. But make sure you are careful wiping it off if you do that. You'll get it right. Most 99.9 out of 10,000 will get it right. The one guy that don't get it right will put too much, and it won't be the end of the world. But the way you'll know if it's the end of the world, it'll crack. But that's another video. Here's your motherboard. ASRock motherboard. The only disadvantage of this motherboard in the case that we did, this motherboard does come with USB 3 pin connectors for a case. Unfortunately, to keep the price down, the case does not have USB 3 on the front. So that is going to cause you a problem. Let's zoom in here. You have your HDMI, DVI, and your VGA. So whichever one. The monitor we put in here will definitely take the DVI. I think you can't go wrong with that. That's a good choice. Let's look at your ports. You got USB 3. You got your LAN port. You got your sound card. You got USB 2. Your port, PS2 ports, what nobody uses anymore. Your power port, which you should not need. So have I screwed up something here? Hold on. Connector. There's your pins for your power, and your 4 hard drives. Now the case I would hold 4 hard drives, but I don't see you doing that. So there's your CPU socket. Again, see your fan headers. You got a couple fan headers here. The case is going to have several fan headers on it, or fans, excuse me. Memory slots. So you got 2 of those. You can get up to 32 meg, 16 meg memory. Show the bottom of your motherboard. Yeah. So make sure, guys, if this is your first build, make sure when you do it, you take it out of the box and then you set it on the box. Your box is good for being safe about anything being shorting it out. So make sure you do that. It comes with the cables. Comes with the power cable adapters if needed. You shouldn't need those with the power supply we got you. And the rear ISO panel, that's really good because it makes even though you're not showboating this case, makes it a little bit better. Again, there is one drawback to this, and let's see here, where was it at when I read it earlier? It's right here. HDMI and DisplayPort 1.2 cannot output at the same time. You can only choose either one of them. If you choose to use 2 of the 4 monitors only, the DVI-D, HDMI, and DisplayPort 1.2 monitors cannot be enabled at the same time. All right, so keep in mind, even though you've got all of these, even though you've got all of the display ports, you can't use them all at the same time, so keep that in mind. So one of the nice things is if you decided you wanted to get you, or you've come across a higher speed graphics card, say somebody's getting rid of something that's faster than what this thing's got, you can put that in there and it would help a little bit for maybe a game or 2. Again, you're not going to play Battlefield, Sim City, the newer Sim City, or Skylines. You're definitely not going to play Skylines on this, even at the lowest settings. So keep that in mind. All right, so let's go to the memory. one stick of 1600 DDR3. It's by G-Skill. It gets very high ratings. When I read all the ratings, everybody was speaking good of it. Some people just says memory is memory, and that is the case. But just one stick, it's $17.99, and that's 99 cents shipping. So you can't beat that. And several of these items are like this right here, are Newegg. So the more items you order from Newegg are going to be help your shipping costs come down. All right, so for the hard drive, this is questionable. It's $32 with free shipping. It's a 500 gigabyte, 7200 RPM hard drive. This is a enterprise hard drive, so everybody kind of freaks out. But this hard drive is designed for 24 operation. So if you're going to leave it on, or say maybe you're downloading something all the time, or maybe you're downloading files that you want to download all the time, this is what this machine's for. It's just whatever you may be using it for. This hard drive is going to do you good. It is what it is. It's enterprise hard drive. It's not a speed demon, but we don't need a speed demon for this computer. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, so that's from Amazon. It's free shipping, $32 plus free shipping. So you can't beat that. Okay, reference the case. I know this is going to cause a lot of the gamers to freak out. The hardcore gamers. Here's USB ports. They just won't be 3.0s. They'll be 2s, so you still can use them. And there's your sound ports for your headphones and your microphone. If you're just beginning to do YouTube videos, this will work fine. Again, this is just your bare basic case, the cheapest one we could get that's decent. That's not going to just fall apart on you. It's going to have more than enough room in it for you. Again, nothing in here is modular. It does come with one fan. The power supply go up here. So again, it's not for you guys that are screaming and hollering, oh my God, this is so cheap. You've got 2 fans. This is your basic computer case, the basics you can get. The nice thing is it's $24.99 free shipping. So okay, from Newegg. You can't beat that. All right, so keep that in mind. The power supply is a 400 watt Roswell. It's bare bones 400 watt, but Roswell is a company that will back their product. And the thing I mean by that is if your product goes bad, I've never known a power supply go bad and fry your motherboard, but if the power supply goes bad, they will replace it. All right, these guys support their products. Now 2 years down the road, if it dies, guys, let's be realistic. This is the cheapest you can get. So there's nothing modular about this. It's all the cord, the cabling is all already pre-done, so you can't get the colors you want or anything like that. So again, let me reiterate, this is not a gaming PC. I'll say that probably 50 times through here. $34 for that. Again, good ratings out of 232. You got 4 eggs. Look, not everybody can be happy. Some people were writing that, hey, I've had it for 2 years and it quit. Let's be realistic here. All right, for the DVD, I just went with the cheapest you could go with, and it was the LG 24 Super, DVD. It's OEM. It doesn't come with anything spectacular or anything like that. Just plug it in and go. It'll be good for you to, do your Windows disk and all that to put it on there. All right, monitor. Amazon.com. Amazon's got the best deal on the monitor. It's $84.99 for a 22-inch LED monitor. All right, guys, let's keep in mind this is a 1080 monitor. It's definitely got what you're going to want for your gaming. It's got DVI, it's got HDMI, and it's got VGA. So this is a killer deal. You can't beat that. It's going to cost you $15 shipping. The way they do this is they say Prime is for Prime members, and for whatever reason, Price Picker sent me to this. So I went with it, so I did some research. It's $84.99, but when you pay the shipping and all that, Prime, it would be free shipping. So if you're a Prime member, you're going to get free shipping on it. If you're not a Prime member, it's going to cost you $15 to ship. You save $15 is what they're saying. So it costs you $99.99. That's the same price on Newegg. So, but Price Picker just picked this, and instead of trying to fight with that, I just stuck with it. Some of you are going to be Prime members, so this will be a great deal. Guys, you cannot beat this. So, okay. But the other prices are over here, free shipping for $99.98, so you can get it from there. All right, so wireless adapter internet. When I was looking at this, you've got that one slot over there. We could do a wireless adapter card. I was trying to save money. This is not a speed demon at all. It is 150 megabytes per second wireless data rates. It's from Newegg, so if you have a problem with it or if you don't like it, you can definitely send it back. That won't be a problem. You'll have to pay for shipping though, but it is free shipping for this, $9.99. So it will get you off the ground. Again, we were trying to save money, trying to keep it under $500. This is the one item I would probably look at upgrading a little bit if you got the money to do it. But this will get you by. This will allow you to watch your YouTube, Netflix, whatever you may want to do. It'll allow you to do your blogs, any of the other things you may do out there on the internet. So, all right. So you got to have a keyboard and a mouse. And so when I was looking at this, I was like, again, this is a budget build, so we're going to keep it kind of standard. And so we got a standard USB keyboard combo with a mouse. The mouse is optical, so that shouldn't be a problem. It's $14.99 plus $5 shipping and handling. Comes out to be $19.99. But the problem I was having when I was looking at other sites was they were $19.99. One of them even had $14 shipping, which is crazy. This is not a mechanical keyboard. A mechanical keyboard you're going to pay more than $50 for. But if you can ever get to that point, mechanical keyboards are the way to go. Operating system is Outlet PC was the cheapest, $98.88. $10 rebate. I don't know how the rebate works on this. It does come with a disc. One of the questions is that somebody's asking, do I get the USB version? Unfortunately, we only carry the CD license key combo at the time of this writing. So just remember, you're going to get the disc. You can't go wrong with always having the disc. Without the disc, you should be able to download it from Microsoft and use the license. As long as you have that license for Windows 10, you're going to be good. And then somebody says, tied to the BIOS. Once activated on board, as long as you do not switch the motherboard, you should be able to still use the key even if replacing components such as the hard drive. Not necessarily true. So I don't know. So there's some questions here you can look at. The people ask and all that. Let's see. One of the things about this that I know that there are people out there that get licensing keys from websites out there. I'm not a proponent of that. I'm not saying it's wrong. There are some questions amongst people. Is it wrong? Is it right? I don't know. But I know I don't do it. And the reason for it is there's no doubt this is mine. I've got this. And so I've never had a problem ever where 2 years goes down the road and that machine burns up and I rebuild a new machine with a new motherboard and all that. And it's not a problem. I load it in there, enter my key to it, and boom, I'm good to go. So that's really important, guys. Make sure you pay attention to that when you're buying your Microsoft Windows or any software. If you pirate the software, somebody's losing money somewhere. If you're pirating the software to try it out before you buy it, be honest about it. That's why you're doing it. So, all right. Let's look at the scores. All right, so the AMD is like $31.99. We're going to compare it to Intel Core i5 2400. It's 3.10 gigahertz. compared to, the 1.5. Now the Intel can do turbo to 3.4. Woohoo! Yeah, the AMD cannot do turbo. Physical cores, 2 for the AMD, 4 for the Intel Core i5. Ugh. Man, you think I'd been drinking. Wattage output, well, does it really matter? But yeah, 25 on the AMD, as you guys can see, and 95 for the Intel. It talks about the first time it's been seen on charts. Number of samples, only 18 people have sent this in. This has got 2,600. So single thread rating, 528, 1,739. It's what you would expect. Now the i5 is $185. That's more than half the cost of our system almost. CPU marks 845, which is really low, and 5842, which is about mediocre. So definitely a gaming machine. You can play games with this. Not a gaming machine. Not today's games anyway. You can play older games like 2008, maybe 2007 games. So there are games out there. Maybe that's what you play. Who knows? And down here it shows you CPU ratings. Higher is better. And as you see, the i5 beats the AMD. But it's going to. That's not our reasoning for doing this. So CPU value, the value you see, it's not too far off, 2631. So the value that they do on this is not too bad. So for you guys, you can go to cpubenchmark.net and do your own, compare to what you want to buy. They've got every CPU you can think of on there that's ever been tested. So hey, give us a shout out and let us know what you want to see next. We're going to build these machines. We'll video building them soon, so just let me know. But for a total of $431.82, you get this machine. You get to build this machine, maybe for your grandparents, maybe for mom and dad that play solitaire or whatever. It comes with a 22-inch monitor. It comes with a version of Windows that's legal. It's a home version, but it's legal. You don't have to worry about that. Now, if you already got Windows 10 and you've got a license for it, that's $88, or let's just be frank, $98 that you can knock off. It comes with a $10 rebate, so I hate the way they do that. But so you basically save $100 if you already got Windows 10. If you got Windows 7, maybe you're going to stick with Windows 7. This system will definitely operate with Windows 7. I wouldn't go with Vista. Maybe, for some of you hardcore people that do XP still, it'll work with that. So just let us know what you think. And again, we'll have all the links in the description, and you can go from there and look at your products. All right. Everybody have a good day, and we'll see you on the next episode of, what are we going to call this? PC Builds of the Day or something?